Have you ever had the same problem? You can understand everything in English, YouTube videos, movies, and even your teacher. But when it comes to your speaking, your heart beats faster, the words disappear, and your mind goes blank. What is the problem and what is the solution? Firstly, guys, trust me. You're not alone and you're not bad at English. There are millions of people all over the world that they all have the same problem. But today, in this video, I would like to share the main reason why this happened, more importantly, how to solve this problem. So, if you want to turn your English understanding into reality, don't forget to watch the video till the end, and if you were interested in more videos, like and subscribe my channel for more videos. Firstly, I would like to have a short introduction. I'm Marza, and in today's video, I would like to give you solutions how to enhance your English speaking. I want to start my speaking with giving you an example, and I want you, while I'm explaining this example, think with yourself that what do you think about this example, and is it your example, your situation as well or no, okay? You want to go to gym 3 to 4 times a week. You go to gym, but you just train your arms and you don't train your feet. What will happen after a few months? Oh, you may think that what a question, yeah? So, after a few months, you realize that you've got strong arms but weak feet. Why? Because you just trained your arms. You did not train your legs. That is the main problem, okay? So, move on to speaking. If you just study vocabulary, if you just study and focus on different advanced grammars, but you don't use them in your English speaking, it won't be helpful. So, please stop doing. Instead, try to set time for yourself that every day you need to speak about an English topic. Choose a topic for yourself. Every day start speaking. The grammars that you've learned, vocabularies that you've learned, just use them. Maybe you use it in the wrong position, but itself, just focus on using and speaking, okay? So after a few months, you can understand that right now, you are much a fluent speaker, okay? And you don't have a lot of pause. Like this, okay? Because you can solve this one just by daily practicing and exercise. You will say that, okay, Miss Marza, right now there is one more question. If I don't live in a country where everyone is speaking in English, what should I do? Is it possible? So, of course, yes, dear friends, see, we are all not living in an English-speaking country. That's why ourselves, we have to work and we have to provide an English-speaking for ourselves. If you want, for example, enhance your speaking. For example, you can listen to different podcasts in English, YouTube videos in English, movies in English, audiobooks in English. You can read, for example, newspaper, online articles, and lots of other sources that you can use them in order to be surrounded by English. Okay, this is the best example. I know it is difficult to learn English or to learn a language where everyone else is not speaking that language. It is difficult, okay? So, but it's still not impossible. Difficult, but not impossible. This is the main point. For example, okay, you want to learn Pashto. Pashto is one of the languages that are common in Afghanistan, okay? You want to learn Pashto. Can you learn Pashto in a better way and more effective in Bamiyan or in Kandahar? If you're from Afghanistan, I'm sure that you will say that, wow, such a question. So, of course, you can learn Pashto in Kandahar. Why? Because everyone else in Kandahar is speaking Pashto. But in Bamiyan, no one is speaking Pashto. And even if you started speaking, I believe that majority of people could not understand it. That's why please don't go there if you're planning to learn Pashto. So it is the same as ours, about English as well. If you live in a country where everyone else is speaking in English, so you can learn it much easier, okay? Because you are forced to speak in English every day, at least one sentence. But if you don't, still just don't be hopeless, okay? Don't be frustrated, just move on, surround yourself with English, and of course you will definitely learn it as well. At the end, I would like to give you a piece of advice from my own experiences. I believe that you will be judged while you're learning a language, especially if you've got a different accent or if you make a mistake. But more importantly, you can ignore them. You can ignore them. What do I mean? I mean that, please, if someone is judging your speaking, if someone is judging your accent, if someone is judging you're not using advanced vocabulary, just say, no problem. Just ignore them. That's the easiest one. Because English is our second language, our third language, or maybe even fourth. Okay? So we are not expected to speak as a native speaker. That's why we may have accent, we may have mistakes as well. For example, while I'm speaking here, I may have examples. I may have, mistakes, grammatical mistakes, pronunciation mistake. But that is not the point. Although I have spoken English for several years, but still I make mistake. Even when Dari is my own native language, sometimes I make a mistake and I believe it happens. It is not important for me. If you consider my own mistakes, you can judge, but I don't accept them, and I even don't listen to you, okay? Because they're not important for me. You can judge whatever you want, okay? And I want you to do the same, please. While English speaking, don't consider people's judgment. Don't consider grammatical mistakes. Don't focus too much on grammar. This is this, present perfect, past tense, which one is the right one? No. Please leave them, okay? Just say something. Just say something. And if you've got mispronunciation, don't worry. Do your best to fix them, but don't worry too much about them. To search on dictionary, no, that's the worst possible thing to do, okay? Yeah, that's all. And it was all about my experiences and my tips in order to speak in English every day. Try to have the best time allocation. This is really important. And dear friends, honestly speaking, if you follow this path for a few months, you yourself can feel some changes in your speaking. Okay? And just discipline. Having a strict discipline is the most important thing. If you are one of those whom you're watching my videos from a long time ago, you can see that in all my videos, there is something in common. And what is that? Having discipline and being a strict person, okay? Because when you've got a discipline, you can improve. And although you don't have motivation, you still have discipline. So that's enough, okay? Because motivation is always not helpful. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. But discipline, you may have it every day. So, if you've got any question, any suggestions, let me know in comments below. Have a great time. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.